Yo, what's good? Scano. New York is really turning into a hellhole. I mean, let's be real. New York has always been sort of like the mecca of scumminess as far as, the criminal underbelly. Um, you add the element of, you know, crooked law enforcement. But this other dynamic, as far as the subway system, it's become like literally a war zone. And that's not being dramatic. I mean, it's like real life GTA type shit. So, not only do you have, if you want to call it regular, the regular criminal dynamic, the robberies, the rapes, assaults, you add this other element of, illegal immigrant criminal activity on top of that. And despite what they're saying as far as crime is down in New York, woo woo is cap. It's just not being reported. But this here is undeniably, so this homeless woman fell asleep on the subway. She's sleeping on the subway. She's set on fire by this illegal immigrant. They're calling him a migrant, but he was deported, snuck back in. Sebastian Zapata from Guatemala. You know, now it's recorded on video. This man taking a lighter, setting a part of her blanket on fire, standing back, fanning the flames until she is fully engulfed. Now, this woman was burned alive right on the subway. A dude was apprehended. It's already, a lot of medical jargon being thrown around about his mental instability, but this is just flat out evil. The hell with all that. Burned alive. So, like I said, and there has been a rise of attacks on homeless people in New York subways, I have to mention. People being intentionally pushed in front of trains as they are approaching. There's a dude arrested just this past week, attempted murder. So the hell is going on in New York? So you got COs, in Marcy Prison, which is in New York. They have no problem beating a handcuffed inmate to death, while being video recorded. But in this video of this woman burning to death, and at this point she's standing up, she's, flailing around, fully engulfed, like a Hollywood film. And you have NYPD standing around doing nothing. Literally within feet of this woman doing nothing, whether it's lack of training, you froze up, or just general, depraved indifference. I think these officers should be brought up on charges. At the very least, fired. These the type of corporate employees that, New York employs. Like I said, y'all have no problem violating citizens' rights, ganging up on people and beating handcuffed individuals to death. But when it calls for some actual courage to be hell, just humanity, basic humanity, nothing. They literally stood back and watched. So as depraved, as sick and depraved and evil as this, Guatemalan dude is, I won't call him this Guatemalan demon. I find it just as disturbing, if not more disturbing, that NYPD stood around, do something, man. This is shit they teach you in grade school. How to put out a fire. If somebody is on fire, you know, they do nothing. So, New York, y'all got some screwed up, policies too. Because as crime spikes, you know, and like I said, now you got this, you know, you add the element of the legal immigrants. I don't see how y'all expect. Now, you can't arm yourselves. And, I mean, citizens cannot even arm themselves. I'm saying with firearms. So you pretty much at the mercy, you know. I could never live in New York, and they would have to catch it on me, man, because there is no way, especially in them subway systems. You know what I'm saying? So people just trying to get to work, back and forth to work, wherever, and this is the type of shit they have to deal with. And you can't carry a firearm in one of the most crime-ridden, cities in the country. Like, that's ridiculous. Like I said, y'all have to catch it on me, man. But the general disregard, and I think a lot of it comes down to a lack of empathy, especially particularly for homeless people. Let's be real. I think, at least as from my perspective of things, they pretty much don't exist. They're like trash. I'm saying, as far as general society views homelessness, it's like, you step right over them, walk past them like they're not even there, like litter that's been discarded. And it's different reasons for, this situation. Obviously, the explosion in homelessness in this country. I mean, we all know about inflation, uh, and mental health. So all that plays into it. But it's crazy to me that, this CEO of, what was that healthcare corporation? The dude that got shot right down in Manhattan, the CEO. And it's worldwide news. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And this lady that was burned to death, this homeless lady that was set on fire, burned to death. It's here and gone. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I said as far as, elitists don't, give a crap about poor people. That goes without saying. So it is what it is. But as far as New York, man, law enforcement, and like I said, it's already commonly known that they have one of the most, I mean, California's up there, one of the most corrupt, law enforcement agencies in this country, and well documented. But this is probably set a bar for an all-time low, as far as I'm concerned. So, like I said, those cops, they should be off the force, if not looking at some type of charges. I mean, what the hell is this, man? So, like I said, man, I don't even consider the police, I don't consider them authority figures. I don't consider them public servants. They are corporate employees, And at the end of the day, we have to police ourselves. We have to police our own communities. Unfortunately, that's what it is. We can't rely on law enforcement, because more times than not, they're quicker to, abuse and violate your rights, and victimize just regular citizens. We ain't talking about the gangsters, let alone the gangsters. So, but these are the people, we pay their salary. 216 Scano, you already know.